Welcome to the To Your Success podcast, hosted by Krista Johnson and Elin Solheim. Each bi-weekly episode takes a deep dive into how success and freedom is created and how you can start living the life you truly want now. Krista was top CEO of international companies for more than 20 years. He's done business in most parts of the world. Now he is an international success mentor, helping people and organizations to be successful. Elin and Krista are partners in life and business. They truly live what they teach every day. They sail their beautiful 43-footer around the world while helping clients all over the world. They are proof that you can get all the freedom you've ever wanted. They truly live what they teach every single day.
Hello everyone and warm welcome to a new episode of the To Your Success podcast. The reason why it's called To Your Success podcast is because everything we do is to your success, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
And what is
Always.
Success?
Success is living the life you want.
Yes. And for us, success is that you live the life you truly want. That is why we make this podcast. For those of you, if you hear some seagulls in the background or boats, we are in a marina. We are out sailing. We are living our life the way we want to live it, right? And that is success. So we are on our way sailing around the world while we run our mentoring company. And right now we are in Spain. Beautiful location and a lot of sun coming in here. That is why we put our sunglasses on. And I don't tell that these actually are +1 because I'm not getting old, but my eyes are getting old, right? Prescription glasses. So it makes me not only look good, but I'm looking good too.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's subject is thinking big and what that actually is. And, it's not only thinking big. Well, let's take one step back. Most people think from where they are. They say that, well, I have these goals, but I don't know how to reach them. It would be wonderful to have my own business or to have better financial freedom or emotional freedom, but I don't know how. That is thinking from where you are now. And that is the biggest mistake you do. And every day we train our mind to think from the goal, right? And that is thinking big. Like I have a big goal, really big, hairy goal. And just to go there and think from there, what do I do? And my big hairy goal is to help millions of people all over the world living their full life, living success. That is our big goal. That is why we made this podcast. We had no idea. It's like 6 months ago now. We started in August, September last year. We had no idea that we should make this podcast and share our life.
It's been that long already. We really have a lot to talk about.
We do. And we love doing this. Yeah.
I hope you love it too.
Yeah. And then feel free to subscribe. Every week we post a new episode of the To Your Success podcast. If you want our help, if you want to talk to one of us, go to our website, kristajohnson.com, and you can book a call with us. We love helping you. And we help people living their full life every day. So think back to this thinking big concept, thinking from your goal. Let's do an exercise. Okay, take 1 minute now and write down what you truly want. How do you want to live? What do you want to do? Write it down and see yourself there, right? See yourself doing what you truly want. Oh, I want to have that marriage. I want to have that family. I want to have that beautiful house. I want to have that boat. We have that on our goal card. We just haven't agreed on what kind of boat yet.
Just listening to you now, I'm already starting to imagine everything.
Yeah, it works, right?
Sorry, I dropped out a little bit.
You dropped out? Yeah, you're a melancholic. You have a rich inner world.
I was in my goal.
In your dream boat.
Yes.
The catamaran. Yeah, and I want a different one. Right?
Yeah, so
we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's okay. But go there. That's the point. How do you go to your goal? You go with your imagination. You can close your eyes. You can go there. See yourself sailing around the world. I did that for many years. Well, I saw myself leaving hometown on the foredeck of the boat. See yourself there. Imagine it. If you want to have a dream house, write it down. Print a picture of it. Because using your imagination And your imagination is a mental muscle that you train every day, right? You train it every day. And imagination it's not the daydreaming, right? Many people say it's daydreaming. It's not the daydreaming. Imagination is a tool you have to create the life you want. If you want to be healthy, see yourself healthy. If you want to lose weight, see yourself in your perfect weight.
Did you look at me? Well,
no, I looked at me in the mirror.
Yeah,
it's not a part of my goal.
No.
My goal is to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Yeah. So, and
you reached that goal already.
Yeah, I do. I have good health and wealthy, and happy.
Yeah.
I don't dare to say anything else. You sitting next to me now. I love
happy.
you. Yes, I am. Yes, there I am very happy.
Are we happy today? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yeah, but I mean, I am.
Yeah.
So, with my heart, with my hand almost completely on my heart, I can say that I'm happy. Okay. So use your imagination and go there, go there in your mind. And then that is thinking big. It is thinking from your goal. What a lot of people do, well, they say, but it's not facts and the circumstances. Well, I don't know how from where I am. Well, it has nothing to do. The results you have so far in life has nothing to do with what you create in the future.
I cannot do that yet. It's not possible.
Do people say that?
Yes.
It's not possible?
Yes, they do. When I talk to them, yes, they do.
It's just sad.
It's not possible to do that yet because the children are small, because I don't have money, because I'm out of work, or because I don't like my husband, or I cannot do that. It's not possible. Sorry, it's not possible.
Yeah, that's excuse. Lot of excuses. Like when you let the facts, I call them facts. Part of my master's was to study quite a bit of statistics, and I know that you can use statistics to prove anything. It's like, what is facts? Well, facts is based on today's knowledge, right? Yeah. Several hundred years ago, people thought the Earth was flat until we went up in the atmosphere and saw it was round, right? And so new facts are created all the time, but never let that restrict you, because the new facts, they are created from a thought. New things are created. Everything is created from a thought, right? Nothing on this earth, on this planet, has ever been created without a thought.
Starts with the thought.
It starts with a thought, and that is a seed. Like you plant a seed, an idea, and you accept the idea, oh, I can do that. When you let the circumstances control your thinking and the results you have, right? Your income, how much you sell, your health, your marriage, whatever. And I can say that about liking a husband or not, or liking your partner or not. That is a choice. It's so easy to look for the things you don't like instead of looking for the things you liked. And it's related to personalities as well.
Absolutely.
Right? And then you try to change your partner to become more like you.
It's quite an interesting thought that we find someone and we try to change the parts that we don't like and spend so much energy on trying to change what we don't like. That makes it even more negative instead of just accepting it and focus on the positive thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a choice. Well, we are not into marriage counseling because if people are not happy, we just tell them to leave. Right? Stop excusing yourself and leave. So
stay or be happy and be happy, or
leave and be happy. And that's very, very good. But I mean, one of my I am statements, and you know that from a morning routine, one of my I am statements that I write down, it's a deliberate choice. I love Elin and we have a wonderful marriage. I choose to be happy. Right? And so, don't let those facts and circumstances control your thinking. And because very often when you blame facts and you blame circumstances, it comes from your fears.
Yes. It does.
And it's natural to be afraid of change. Worry, doubt, and fear is actually the emotions of change. And it's easier for the brain to think a negative thought than a positive thought. And when I first read that, I thought, well, then I can understand that so many people are negative thinkers instead of positive thinkers, right? And if we only could make people, continue thinking about the positive things that you like and just continue doing that, all the negative things, just go neutral instead of negative. That will change your life. Hi, this is Christer. Thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. We really appreciate that. As you see, we love sharing how you can live the life you truly want, and we also love sharing how we live this every day. You know what changed my life is that I did one thing. I signed up for a strategy call with my first mentor. That was the one thing that changed my life. And that is why we offer you to do exactly the same thing with me and my team as well, because we know that that call, those 30 minutes can be the thing that changes your life. So if you go to our website, christerjohnson.com, up in the right corner, you will find a button to click on. Click on that button and book a strategy call with us. It might be the best thing you ever done to change your life. Have a wonderful day. And now back to the podcast. So when you feel resistance against the change, when you say, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I have the money," well, then we can help you create the money, right? Mm-hmm. You can learn to become a great seller. Mm-hmm. That is what we help people with every day. Create the income, create the life you want. When you feel that resistance, never give up. We have a lot of resistance too.
Yeah.
We do. And I often say that we have tried more times than many have failed. Mm. We try, we fail, we try, we're successful, we try, we fail, we try, we try, we try.
But we never give up.
Never give up. Mm. I'd rather die than go back. Mm-hmm. And that's a sentence that came to my mind about 1.5 years ago. I remember I texted you that. I was in the States with my mentor, and I texted you that. Mm-hmm. And I was so uplifted because that thought came to my mind actually during dinner with colleagues. Mm. And they asked me, would you ever go? And they were in the corporate world, like having jobs that I had. And they asked me, would you like to go back? And then this idea came to my mind. I'd rather die than go back. Mm. And I texted you that.
That was a good one because I was in Kenya at the same time, and I was in completely different surroundings. And I just got a text from you, "I'd rather die than go back." And I was thinking, are you not coming home? What is happening? Are you leaving me?
Yeah. And it's like, and that's me as a choleric, sometimes expecting that you are inside my brain. Luckily, you're not.
I just turned off the phone and went to bed. So.
And that was, for me, it was like, what did I do now? Where did she go? And I thought, well, okay. Yeah. Anyway, and then the next day I sent you, well, then I told you more, right? Mm. Yeah. So it was bad communication of me.
It's a fun story.
It's a fun story, Yeah, I was so eager. I was so uplifted because then I knew I was all in on creating the life I truly want. Running our business, helping others, sailing around the world.
Doing this, actually.
Doing this, right? Mm. And then, So I have this, and actually a slide. It is actually a slide, and I talk about that in all my programs too. It's like go all in. Mm. If you're not happy, change. Mm. It's scary, yes, but that's a part of the process, right? And it's very, very much linked to your self-image or your identity. Mm. I think it was yesterday that you talked to a prospect that had booked a call with us. Mm. And that prospect's identity was that she was unhealthy. She had a diagnosis, right? And then we say, well, why don't you change? And we often say, we are not into medical stuff. Well, you are a nurse, but then actually to get a diagnosis and get that stamped on you, I'm not sure that is the best thing.
It's not always
well. You
positive.
Can have it.
You can get it because then you can get some treatment
and help.
Yes, but if you focus on that you are sick, you will get more of that.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
So, but different kind of subject.
It is, but it's again this self-image. I am a worker. I am a chef. I have actually a Michelin star chef as a client now, and he's starting up his own business. And so you just have to transition from being a chef to become as good businessman as you are, chef. And that is thinking from the go. Use your imagination and thinking big. Create a big idea about yourself and accept that idea. I know I can live the life I want. I just haven't figured it out yet. And this yet is so important.
It is.
Because the purpose of thinking big, the purpose of your goal is not to go there. It is not to arrive.
It's the one You become on the way to the goal.
Yes, it's who you become on the way. The journey is the purpose. People don't understand that about life. The journey is the purpose. The meaning of life is its livingness. I write that in my book, Be Daring, Be Different. The meaning of life is its livingness.
And your book is very good, by the way, so I think people should read that.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know the process and how it was written. And I started reading it again over again because I had this idea that maybe I should write a new book. But that hasn't settled as an idea that I have accepted that I should do. I think it's much more fun and we reach more people and help more people by having a podcast, for instance.
Absolutely, I agree on that.
So, and that's a part of how we have changed our self-image too. It's like now we are podcasters. It's like, wow, I didn't think about that until now.
It's like our children is you are what?
Yeah, I got goosebumps. It's like I'm a podcaster, and we have like, I think it's like 10 to 15 people listening to some of our episodes, which is amazing. And that's a part of the goal, helping millions of people all over the world living their full life. So when you change your self-image and your identity, then your life starts to change. You accept, and how do you do that? You just go there with your imagination, as we said at the beginning. Go there in your imagination. If you, like me, want to sail around the world, start thinking about it. You become what you think about. Don't think about all the hurt or the challenges you have, because you just try, and that's a part of the fun. And you create that big idea of yourself. I think one last very, very important part, and that's kind of philosophical part or a question. Where do ideas come from? It's like it's like a package, right? Oh, that was cool. And then you unpack it. And you can spin on it and you can continue it. But the point is, where do ideas come from? They come from your thinking. It is through law of attraction. When you think a certain way, you feel a certain way. So when you think about your goal, you feel the joy about being in the goal and the journey to the goal, then you get more ideas about that. When you let the circumstances, and in today's society, the media and everyone is so concerned about us being either unhappy, focusing on something wrong, or afraid. And there is always a new enemy coming up. There is always a new. It's like we have this in Norway every summer. We say that, now they're out of when media is out of other things.
The cucumber news.
And the cucumber news. Then they talk about, I don't know what, I think it's called a tick or something in English, but it's called flott in Norwegian, which is kind of this small insect that sticks to your skin and then it sucks blood out of you. And then now you have to be really afraid of that. I grew up with that. Yeah. And then when it was there, it was like we removed it.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know it was but I'm sure it's much, much more scary now than it was before. And we actually have a very close friend that was really sick from it, from borreliosis. So you have to be aware. But it's like the point with saying that is like, well, when you accept the ideas of the circumstances and you accept that is difficult, then you will get more ideas about how it's difficult. If you accept that, for instance, that you have like a diagnosis or that you have some kind of physical, I don't know, then don't become that person. I mean, when I do the system check every morning I wake up, there is absolutely something wrong with my body every morning. I don't focus on it, right? Don't give it energy. So but the point is, ideas come from your thinking. So when you think about what you want, you get more ideas about how to reach what you want, how to do more of. When you think about everything you don't like, you get more ideas about that. Because you magnetize your mind. You magnetize your life. Napoleon Hill writes about that. I read Think and Grow Rich again. I studied that book many times and I just wanted to go back to the sources again. So I read that and he says, your thinking, you magnetize your mind. You get more of what you think about. And then think big, create a big idea, use your imagination, and don't let resistance stop you. And then when you feel resistance inside, then it's time to move. Do it. Right? And it comes the most strange way. It's like sometimes we have resistance of moving the boat from a harbor because it's so nice there, right? But we know that if we stay more than a few days, we will be bored. But it's like all this. It's just create this bigger idea of yourself. Use your imagination, see it, feel it, and start to take action. And it will change. That is the magic of thinking. That is the magic of thinking big. thinking from your goal, not to your goal. Okay. Are we out?
done?
Are we done?
Are we out of words? Never.
For me, sometimes, but it doesn't last very long. For you, never.
No.
Sometimes I wonder if you don't talk, will you explode then or implode?
Yes, I will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
That's a
I
good
will.
observation. Yeah.
It's not an observation, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
That's true. Anyway, all we do is to your success, and your success for us, your success is that you live the life you truly want. If you want to reach out to us, do that. Go to our website, book a strategy call. You will then talk to Elin or me, or maybe Lars, who's one of our coaches. You know, and
if you're scared of it, just do it, because it's not scary at all.
No, I don't think you are scary. No.
No.
Sometimes maybe, but no.
You're not scary. No.
No, you're not scary at all.
No.
So, and we loved helping you, you know, and that is why we make this podcast. Anyway, this was Thinking Big. And we can just encourage you to continue doing that and then think from your goal. And as we said, this is all to your success, and we wish you a wonderful week. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for listening to this episode of To Your Success podcast. Please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. For more information on how Krista's mentoring programs can help you in your own life, visit kristajohnson.com.